This is the Cannon Memorial Library Introduction to Westlaw. Westlaw covers the judicial branch of the United States government. You can find lots of things related to legal matters in Westlaw. Some of the most common things that you may be looking at include case law, state and federal court statutes, federal and state administrative codes, newspaper and magazine articles related to legal matters, some public records, along with law journals, reviews, and other legal pieces of information that you may find helpful. KeyCite is an important part of Westlaw. KeyCite tracking helps you follow the stare decisis to determine whether a case would still be considered good law. They're used to ensure that the courts are consistent when rulings on similar legal issues arise, regardless of the political leanings of the justices involved or the social or economic status of the parties involved. That doesn't mean that things stand forever. KeyCite provides a list of all the authorities citing a particular case, statute, or other legal authority. It provides you with a breadcrumb trail, or a roadmap, to follow when examining a court case. Understanding how to search Westlaw for cases, topics, rulings, overturned rulings, and etc. is very important. And understanding KeyCite is important when you are assigned the job of writing a legal brief for your classes at St. Leo University. A legal brief is a written summary with parts of the case selected by you for the purposes of informing your audience, so you decide what is important in that case, and you organize it for the purpose that you've chosen. Opinions from appellate courts can be crucial to understanding a given legal issue, because such opinions affect how lower courts decide similar issues in the future. This is the Campus Research Westlaw search interface. You can use basic search terms, or you can search for specific court cases if you know their names. They give an example of Roe versus Wade over here. You can also find a document by its citation if you know the court citation. So, for example, if I was going to search Merrick versus Lane, I can enter it here, and it pulls up 3 different court cases that are all related. Note that there is a yellow flag, so you will have to pay particular attention to what was not supported later on. And here it went to the Supreme Court. So this case moved very rapidly through the court system. The case has some history. You can click on Full History to look at the history. You can look at the related references. You will not be able to look at the PDFs. The library doesn't subscribe to that aspect of campus research. You can look at the graphical view. You can look at the KeyCite. And you can read the brief. The petition for a writ was denied. And so, in other words, the Supreme Court decided that they were not going to hear this case. You can look at some of the justification, the history and the justification of why they decided not to look at the case. And then you can click on some of the links below. But you cannot look at the original image of the document PDF. You can email this information to yourself. You can download this information. It will not be the PDF, though. It will be what you see on the screen. So we've looked at one case where we looked at a plaintiff versus a defendant and the Supreme Court deciding not to hear the case. Recently, Florida Carry Inc. sued the University of North Florida in Jacksonville to allow guns on campus in locked cars. So let's go do a search for Florida Carry Inc. and look at the details of the case. Because I'm going to be using more than one word, I'm going to put quotes around those words. I'm going to select Federal and State Cases, Florida. This resulted in 2 documents, Florida Carry Inc. versus North Florida and Mackey versus State. So they're both fairly recent court cases. There are no flags currently listed. If I click on Full History, I can find my key citation and the court documents related. Notice that because this is a fairly new court case, there is a notice attached to this. This opinion has not been released for publication in the permanent law reports. Until released, it is subject to revision or withdrawal. So it's possible that something could change in what we're seeing here in this brief. And so you can go through this and look at more information and decide how you might write this up for your own brief. This concludes our basic search introduction to Westlaw. If you have any questions concerning how to search Westlaw, please call the reference desk at 1-800-359-5945 or email us at reference.desk@stleo.edu.